All right, take a live look outside right now. This is what the air mass would look like up by the North Pole, where you get these, not a lot of moisture in the clouds. There's not a high moisture content, but you also have snow crystals that are just kind of floating around doing their thing in the air. That's what we've got this morning. It might be snowing just very lightly where you're at, despite the fact we've got some sunshine. Just incredible air mass that we're in. It's just so cold, and we're so used to it. The last 2 weeks in temperatures, anything in blue is below average. And you notice, yeah, we've been below average every day on the order of 5 to 25 degrees below where we should be. So just to level set, we should be in the upper 30s for an average high. We've been about 20 degrees below that or more. We could easily be in the 50s to 60s at the upper range of that, and we just haven't seen it. This pattern has been persistent, and we're going to throw more snow on top of that. And I know, we've had a bad winter so far, all things considered. So when I say there's going to be 2 to 4 inches of snow tomorrow, you're like, we can handle that, right? We've had snow all winter. Problem with tomorrow's snow is the timing. That morning commute, we're going to have some snow moving in, and then that evening commute looks problematic as well. So let's dive into kind of how that shakes out. 2 degrees over at Hopkins right now. My goodness. I would say we're getting used to this, but it is still so cold outside. -5 in Elyria. We're 4 below in Worcester. You can see numbers are a little bit higher out towards the east. Thank goodness the wind is light. That allows us to cool down so much, so wind chill values aren't much different. And again, we've had a couple snow crystals just kind of floating around. Not a lot showing up on radar. It's all below radar beam, but overall, you're probably encountering that here this morning in spots. Overall, we've got sunshine to start, but clouds are on the increase pretty quickly. You're already seeing cloud cover out towards the islands, Sandusky. That will move in. We'll have a fairly cloudy day. And this is the first out of 2 waves of moisture with this next low pressure pushing in. This won't affect us a whole lot. A lot of this will fade as it moves in. Can't rule out some late day snow showers. That's about it out of that. And then a stronger push comes in from the northwest tomorrow. That's what brings us our snow. So cold but quiet today. We're up near 20 degrees. And then we fast forward to tomorrow. Let's talk about that widespread snow that's likely with our weather impact alert. In terms of the amounts, not out of control. 2 to 4 inches is what we're thinking. We can handle that. But it's the slick roads and the timing of it, and then the fact that that evening one has a shot of Arctic air and strong wind with it. It's going to complicate things a little bit. National Design hour-by-hour forecast will zip through the day, no problems. Tonight, temperatures will hold steady. They won't drop. We'll head near 20 degrees. We'll kind of hold there. And here's tomorrow morning. Notice how snow is moving in. So slick travel, especially the latter half of the morning rush hour, looks likely at this point. Models have been indicating, though, that the bulk of the moisture with this is going to be just southwest of us. So we would still have snow, yes, but the heavier stuff would miss us down to the southwest. We'll hope that holds tomorrow. Either way, we would have snowy morning commute through about midday. We'd catch a break, and then this is the time frame I think is going to be problematic. We get an Arctic front in here. This would likely come with a snow squall, maybe snow squall warnings. We get a burst of snow. Strong winds ramp up to 40 like that, and then temps crash tomorrow evening. I think that evening rush hour and then beyond into your Friday evening plans looks tricky around here. 2 to 4 inches, maybe a little bit more out in the snow belt. Long ranger forecast keeps cold air coming this weekend. Saturday we'll have wind chill values around -20. Some of the coldest air of the season Saturday morning. We don't get much better in the afternoon, but eventually this cold air will retreat. But we replace it with moisture out of the Gulf, which we haven't had this winter. And so as a result, we're dealing with waves of rain, maybe some ice next week. Could get colder behind that. That will sort itself out. But your Union Home Mortgage forecast shows that, yeah, we're going to get a little messy next week despite the warm up. So your forecast shows that we've got your weather impact alert tomorrow for the snow. Bitterly cold on Saturday. Otherwise, a quiet weekend once we get to Sunday. And then next week, we start to recover those temps. And it does get messy with some rain showers coming in Wednesday, and then perhaps some mix, some snow, some rain in there, depending on our temperature profile Thursday through Saturday. So we just don't catch a break here, Brissa.
Oh, we could use one, that's for sure.